Hello again, YouTube. This is Pilsy74 bringing you another game of Assassin's Creed Revelations, this time playing Deathmatch in Venice at night. And Deathmatch, you have two challenges, because I'm continuing with that theme. First one is to stay alive for 60 seconds in a row, which I've actually already completed. The second one is to get 7 silent kills or stuns in a row and activate the 7th silent Animus hack streak. And that's what I'm going for in this one. I'm using smoke and poison, and I'm not using knives. You know, I could use knives, I could do a few things. I could use mute, actually, and to take a purely defensive set. But I decided to use poison in the beginning and see how I could do. So I'm hearing the whispers, and I really should have noticed, because I've been looking back a bunch, that the trickster behind me was going to offensive smoke me and then poison me. It gets to the point sometimes where you play a bunch of games in a row and you get constantly offensive smoked and poisoned, or offensive smoked and killed. And, you know, again, usually I don't really have a problem with offensive smoke. It is an ability in the game. Obviously you're allowed to do it. You know, it's in the game mechanic. But it gets to the point sometimes where it's very frustrating to play a game because you simply cannot get anything done. And, you know, so you'll be sitting there and you'll be offensive smoked 4 times. Or you'll be smoked 4 times in a row. Your target's right there. He's not in the last smoke, so he's able to stun you. And then your pursuer comes and kills you. And it's really just kind of pain in the butt. So this time I'm looking for the Crusader, and I kind of can't find him. And I noticed him this time on the way in. I know exactly where he is. He's behind me. He's by the wall. And that time I noticed because he used Blender. So I'm just going to go over there and take the regular silent kill. So because I was killed already, that is the first of my streak. And I know she's behind me again, and I think I derp a few times my smoke bombs in this game, because it wasn't her. But in this set now, I'm using Blender. And seriously, dude, let's see how many times I'm offensive smoked. And you know what? Yeah, if you offensive smoke me and then don't kill me, I'm going to taunt you. I think taunting is a ridiculously dumb thing that they put into the game. This is funny because I couldn't find this guy and then I turned around and he's there. I think taunting is a ridiculously stupid thing that they put into the game, and I don't normally do it, and I don't really like it. You know, at the end of a corruption round or at the end of a game, whenever, I'll taunt, and that's usually it. But if you're going to offensive smoke me and then, you know, completely fail on the kill and I stun you, oh yeah, you're getting taunted. Because you completely screwed that up. And he's over there. Nope, that's on him. And I noticed that he's Blender right there, and it's just kind of funny. So let's see what happens. And thank you. Got a nice incognito smoke there. Incognito poison, sorry. And I'm just going to walk away. So that was my 4th in my streak. And I hear whispers. And I know that the... Oh, look who's there. Of course, I got offensive smoked. So I pound the stun button when that happens. Pound it. And there's my target. So I'm going to try to go for my 5th silent. And just hide there and raise the meter and get up. Now I'm going to get up and I'm going to get him. So that's 6. So right now I'm kind of paranoid because, you know, obviously I want to win the game. But I want to get my 7th, and my smoke bomb isn't back for 20 seconds, and I want to be able to guarantee that I'm not going to walk into something. And so now I have a pursuer. My target is once again the Crusader. And I'm going to get a little paranoid here. My smoke is back soon, and I'm just kind of walking around the back. I want one of my pursuers to come to me. So now I'm thinking it's night, because he was fast walking there. He obviously saw me, and he went that way, you know, in back of that crate. And there he is. I'm just trying to basically lure him somewhere so I could smoke him. What I didn't realize at this point was that the count was over there. I had no idea the count was there. So I saw him, and he's not my pursuer. That did not make me happy. And the count, obviously, is not my pursuer either. However, then I just killed the count. I was really not pleased when I saw that. But, you know what? The Crusader's coming at me. He's right there. If I can get this silent, and I do, and I got me an Animus hack. Goodbye. So now I go up, I try to find players. That guy is my pursuer, and now you're not. And you are a player. Goodbye. Any other players I see? Oh, there are some. And that guy's the pursuer, and you're gonna go. Bye-bye. And how about you? You're right there. Do I get you? Yep, I do. And the knight right there. Let me see if I have a chance to get him. And I don't. So yeah, that was kind of nice. Nice Animus hack. And I'm up to 5,000 points. Obviously, that doesn't do much for your point average on kills. But, you know, that is a challenge. And I got the challenge, and I'm happy with it. And I have easily stayed alive for... Now watch this. 2 smokes right there. I'm going around the outside. And now there's another one. And there's my target on the ground. So I'm like pounding on the smoke, and I'm sorry, I wasn't pounding on the smoke. I was just trying to approach him, and I couldn't. And I was going to poison him, and I got stunned because of the constant smoke bombs. So obviously, not too thrilled. And this game ends up being a lot closer than it should have been. And I thought that that sequence right there was one of the main reasons it was. So I'm going to go this way, see if anyone from that little group there follows me, because I know there are 2 players there. And they don't. No, the one just went to the hay bale. I was pretty sure that that was my guy. So I'm just going to walk away. Of course. Because you have to offensive smoke me. And that time I'm pretty sure I got poisoned. Yep.
Ground finish.
But I was able to get the stun and the ground finish. And that guy has absolutely no idea how to use a poison without an offensive smoke, which is really kind of sad. I've already gotten off some naked poisons this game. And, you know, they're not that hard anymore. Yes, you might get stunned. It's the chance you take when you try to poison someone. That is why you get so many more points when you poison someone. Because you are trying. You know, it's a lot of points, so you're trying. There he is. Ah. That did not make me happy either. A lot of odd monkey sound effects. Get the ground finish, and I'm still hearing whispers. And now the whispers went away. You'll notice I changed my profile setting, and I wasn't using Blender in Deathmatch. I was using overall cooldowns. And it got to the point where I was being so easily spotted. Watch this. Yeah, you're not my pursuer either. So no, you aren't it, and I'm still hearing whispers. And there's my target over there. And I'm still hearing whispers, and there he is. And yeah, a prestige 25. You know, I was prestige 10, I think, when I did this. Maybe I might have been 11. I'm almost done with 11 right now. I recorded this about a week ago. I haven't played much, actually, in the last week. I hadn't played pretty much from Sunday through Saturday, which was yesterday. And I played a bunch yesterday, I played a bunch this morning. So I'll just poison you. I could have waited there. I really probably should have. But I don't know if I could have gone silent. We had, you know, I just seen him, so he just got put into my line of sight. That guy surprised me because I really thought, once he went around the corner like that, I thought he was my pursuer. But now I'm his pursuer. And I'm still hearing whispers, and look, that guy's jogging around corners, and that guy's coming right at me. So, neither one of them! But that's my target. And I saved, and guess who my pursuer is? Yeah. Yeah. Savior, chances are when you save someone, that person that you've saved is your pursuer. So, when you're able to smoke someone, and yeah, I was very scared here. Look how long it took me to spawn in. I was very afraid that the game was going to crash. The first time actually I ever got the 9 streak. The 9 Animus hack, which is just a 9 kill streak. The first time I ever got it with about 4 minutes left in the game, and the game crashed. And I raged about that for a good 20 minutes, because it was not an easy thing to do. Look at you, you're just in the middle there. So I'm going to make myself obvious, which I did. And now he's going to go over here, which I found kind of funny, because I thought I'd made myself obvious. Apparently I wasn't obvious enough. Oh well. So that's about 20 seconds, and I'm really just going to ride this out. I'm in the lead. I know I'm in the lead. I'm fairly sure I have a safe lead, although I'm not checking the score, which is kind of strange. But there's only 10 seconds left. There's no real reason to hunt. And that is pretty much the game. So do my victory smoke. finished first, got my Animus hack. You know, again, if I had to do the 60-second alive, you know, I was only killed 4 times. So if I had to do the thing where I was, you know, I forgot that I was liking to show the Hall of Fame and the accolades. You know, if I had the challenge where I had to be alive for 60 seconds of deathmatch, easily I would have gotten it probably 3 times or maybe even 4 times. I was only killed 4 times, so you figure at max it's every 2.5 minutes. So I probably would have gotten that a lot. Here are my scores. As always, my challenges too. Throughout the commentary, please comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks for watching.